Alright, hello. Bit of a different format today. I wasn't recording commentary live while I was playing this game, so I'm going to be doing it in post. See how that goes. Dropping out of the sky here, I didn't really have a plan, I'm just playing pretty casually. I fly out, mark the first bounty I see, go down and land on that. When I get close to the ground, do a bit of a flick, see if there's any immediate danger. I notice someone lands on the next red roof over, but they're not close enough to worry about. We just start looting. Biggest priority obviously is armor. Any weapon will do. RPG, you deal with the first guy you come across, it's fine. Foul, pretty good. I'm not picking up the bounty straight away because if you get it as soon as you touch the ground, it seems to target people that are still in the air, so they may fly for another kilometer before they actually touch down, which is kind of annoying. So I hope by waiting until I finish looting the building, it'll pick someone close. I grab it, guy's close, pretty convenient. I noticed that claymore, and I like to get a trophy and put it on this vehicle whenever I can. So use the claymore to kind of gatekeep it, so someone can take it if they want, but they'll be paying with their life. Costs me a vehicle, but gets me a kill, so why not? Heading this guy's direction, I'm still not happy with my armor plates. I go through another building before I head right over there. Heartbeat sensor, obviously very powerful ground loot to get at the start of the game. Make good use of that. Even without the sensor, I'm pretty confident that there's no one here just because of my initial check when I touched down and the fact that I didn't hear anyone running around while I was looting that building. The heartbeat is always nice just to double check. At this point I know I'm only $100 off my loadout, so I'm hunting for that, because I'd rather go and get the kill with the P90 than this ground loot. Jump around a bit, in the hopes that if anyone is watching me, they challenge me before I'm prone and stuck in a menu. Choose to run up this side of the red instead of the other side because there's these little buildings to my right, so I've got cover from both directions instead of maybe getting sniped from the hill or something. I don't really trust the yellow circle too much. It only updates every 5-10 seconds, so sending out pulses from the heartbeat whenever I can, just in case he's pushing towards me. I don't want to get caught off guard. I was probably up the far right side, so I plan to go up the far left. I noticed that trophy system on the ground there. I intended to keep that for later, but when I actually needed it, I forgot where it was. I noticed this guy had a riot shield, but I know it's unlikely that he's got stuns and thermites from a loadout. I wasn't too concerned about pushing him. I hear that his footsteps have stopped, so I know he's not higher up than this.
Enemy soldier incoming.
C4, aim for the feet. I know he's super low at the moment. All he can do here is push me, so I just jump around on the side. Can be pretty hard to deal with them, but not this time. I got pretty lucky with that fight. In post, he was quite visible, but at the time I didn't see him until he started firing at me, and by that point I'd already lost a few armor plates. So I just locked onto his head and I was jumping up and down on the spot, assuming he's aiming at center mass. Hopefully some of the bullets, instead of hitting upper torso and getting that high damage range, they might be hitting lower torso or even down at your limbs. It's kind of a bit of a desperation tactic when you're getting hammered. Failed my jump a few times, bit of lag there. Use this munitions box just for the extra C4. I use the one that I got for my loadout, and using that gives me 2 more. Almost take that one for the same reason, but Dead Silence is often... it's almost a free kill when you take it, assuming you use it properly. So I take that over the munitions.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Similar idea with armor boxes. They can be really useful, but you're sort of limiting your options by carrying it for, you know, the whole game before you actually use it, whereas you could use a few Dead Silencers or a few trophy systems in the meantime. So if I don't really use them on the spot, I don't really prioritize them too highly. Always dangerous to be in a vehicle without a trophy. I'm not going too far, so I'm not too concerned. UAV, get some information. Notice there's no one too close, so I go down and buy another one for later. Notice there are a lot of guys in Promenade East. So I head in that direction. Pretty sure the red dot up there is parachuting over, so I take a quick look, keep moving when I realise that it's travelled so far. Drop the vehicle pretty far from these guys. They know I'm in the area, but they don't know exactly where, whereas if I drive straight up on them, they will know. That guy gets murked. Top Dead Silence, so here glass to the left, I know where that guy is. This guy's plating, I know where he is. Do a flick to the right there. I expected him to react and run into the building with me, but he didn't. I was a little too slow. The silence gets refreshed when you get a kill, so I'm making use of that to cross to this guy. I already know where he is, so that's a bit unfair. Very low risk. Pick up all the loot, find another trophy. Get back inside to pop it just in case someone was looking at me. Another for later. Take the trophy now that Dead Silence has worn off. Head back to the vehicle. One full circle. Been diligently protected by my claymore. I don't like pushing guys in this building, and I also don't like taking vehicles to these huge buildings because I feel like as I'm climbing they're just going to steal the vehicle and drive away. Looking through the windows, don't see anyone anywhere. Just kind of tracking the red dot on the map.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Hear him going up the stairs. Don't see him. Look for the elevator shaft to beat him to the top. Can't hear him anymore. Now he's gone and stolen my vehicle. Exactly what I was worried about. Fortunately, this class has a peeler. So I disable the vehicle, take another shot at him. Unfortunately, that's cost me my trophy. I noticed the sniper glint on the hill, so I backed down. Although he was firing an automatic weapon, so I wasn't too afraid of him. Got back down to re-challenge this guy. See him at the distance, running back for the car. I realise that he's going for the car. I don't bother locking on.
Incoming miss.
Death comes there. I don't bother locking on and fire just as he's about to get there. It's the explosion of the car to kill him. I don't really want to challenge the sniper on the hill. That was definitely a semi-automatic shot that time. Bolt action, whatever. Probably bolt action because it did 2 plates of damage.
Requesting recon flyover.
UAV entering the AO.
Use my UAV, gonna get another one. I'm mostly using that one to see if it's safe to pick up this loadout or not. But also getting a bit of information from it. Give me another direction to head in. I'll grab a Kar98, a variable scope to augment the P90. P90 very close range. Kar90 is better for challenging people, obviously mid to long range.
Mark out. Moving.
Be advised, UAV
Start chasing this guy down.
RTB for resupply.
Not in too much of a rush here. I know that he's going to have to move into the circle one way or another. kind of expecting to sit by the service station and wait for him to drop down before challenging him. Waypoint has outlived its usefulness. Just clear that off. Doesn't get in the way when I'm trying to aim up there. Go for the high ground. Not exactly sure where this guy is, but I thought he was on ground level. You hear that glass break, so I know he's in bank now. There's a window at the back there you can climb through. Or in the stairwell. Looking for optical glint, just make sure I'm not getting sniped from somewhere else. See this guy on the map and take a shot at him. I didn't really expect to hit it, but you miss every shot you don't take, so why not?
Supply choppers inbound. Rare cargo is on board.
I don't care about these helis myself, but they do provide a lot of like background audio, so they kind of cover your footsteps a little bit when they're close. I do find that to be beneficial. I was going to push this guy in bank because he wasn't on the heartbeat anymore, and because I'd lost him, I popped the UAV trying to find out where he was, and I don't know if this is the same guy or not. He's heading in a completely different direction, so I would have lost him had I not popped it. So go and push on him. I noticed the guy to the left is also coming closer. Bang, I'm sniped from nowhere. At the time I was a bit pissed off. It was a pretty weird kill cam. I did have Ghost, so I'm not sure how he saw me, or how he knew I was there, so it was a little bit dodgy.
There's a fight kicking off.
But I decided to keep playing.
Get ready to fight. You're next.
Usually if there's like a blatant hacker, I'll just leave. That could have just been a fluke, or maybe he knew something that I didn't.
Win here and you return to the front line. You lose
EBR,
the
you're looking
fight,
at his body through the wall. He's turned to the left, so he's probably going to push to my right,
capture the objective.
as he did.
Turn back to the front line. Burn it.
Just do a wild jump to get some peeker's advantage, get the first shots on him. Get him back to where I died. I know it's going to be close. Cut the shoot and go down as quickly as I can. Try and pick up my stuff before the gas comes back. At this point, I've already died. I've lost my perks. I have to cross the canal. I know it's not great. I know there were two guys close here and the guy with the sniper across the canal that I have to cross. So I go down and grab everything, but I'm not really feeling super committed to the game at this point. Like, it won't really bother me if I die again. We get situated. These guys seem to have left. Make sure my scope is fully zoomed in. They do have the variable attachment. Now across, jumping a bit, slide cancelling a bit. Trying to move my hitbox around in case that guy's sniping at me, but he wasn't. I know he's taking shots up here somewhere. Try and head up and flank him. Doesn't have Ghost, which is always nice. I'm assuming he's on the rooftops. Let's try and check all elevations.
New safe zone
The fact that that dot is where it was kind of told me that he's not on the roof. It's too far away and too far to the right to be on the rooftop. I hear the footsteps. Again, bit of jumping. Plenty of loot here. Take the armor box. It is always nice to have. I can always trade it out for something more useful in the moment. Shot in the back. Find a little bit of cover. I know he's too far away to challenge with the P90. Get a good shot with the car. Replate up. Take some more plates from here. We'll head down there and take his cash if he had any. Did a little bit. Trophy system. As I said, trade that out for the armor. Trade the armor box out for the trophy, just in case I want to get in a vehicle and start roaming again. I find that's pretty key to getting high kill games, but as you get later into the game, it's difficult to do.
We need recon. Send that flyover.
Another UAV. Self-revive. I usually don't rely on these too much, but if I have a sniper rifle, it's not bad to have one. If I'm up on a rooftop and someone snipes me, then I can just pull to cover and revive myself. Definitely comes in handy. Parkour, go and grab a bounty. Get some more cash, gives me another direction to head in.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
You guys out here. I marked the closest one because the UAV is about to expire. Wouldn't be surprised if he ends up confronting the bounty guy. I'm expecting there to be a lot of guys in that little area. I know there's a third one a little bit further out. I'm just being aware that I'm heading towards a group of enemies. Trying to stick to cover as I do. I know the guy's on my right, so I'm afraid that he's going to peek at the worst time. Keep glancing back just in case. At this point I'm thinking this guy's rushing into the buy station, so I'm ready to hear enemy UAV overhead. I'm kind of not aggressively rushing it, but I'm trying to get a view of the buy station in case he is there. Heartbeat tells me he's not. I'm worried he's on the roof, but I figure I'll go through and clear the bottom floor first. I don't really know the accessibility to the rooftops here. I know you can get on a few, I'm not sure if you can jump across them all. Yellow circle on the minimap jumps to the left. I wonder if maybe he went to the buy. Again, he didn't. See his shadow. Does some pretty good damage on me, so I back up, play it up. Still hasn't pushed, he's still hiding in his little room. Got all the time in the world. Imagining he's ADS the door. Hit him with some C4, which I can detonate while I'm downed, because I have the self-revive. That finishes him off and I get back up. Definitely saved me there.
Bueno.
Bit of lag. Buy another loadout because I want Ghost back. I'm a little bit concerned because I know there's two guys on rooftops right next to me, and as soon as they see or hear the loadout, they're going to push straight for me. See this guy? Take a shot at him and miss. I don't want to re-challenge it because I know he's probably still watching that angle. And then the airstrike, obviously. Don't want to be there. I'm trying to use the sound of the airstrike to cover the sound of the loadout drop. But I see on the UAV that the guy above has sort of pushed closer. There he is. Break his armor, he runs. Take the moment where he's going to be replating to get my perks back. Push back into cover. On C4, but he's already way too late. Expecting him to be above me still, hunting for me. Here he is. 2 more shots on him. Throw a few more up there, so while I'm running he's less likely to peek. I think I may still be holding the angle, which I'm not. Go back inside to cover. So I know there are still 2 guys with me in downtown, and we're all going to have to cross this canal pretty shortly. I'm just chilling, waiting to see what happens. They're going to have to come down sooner or later. I'd like to catch them parachuting. It was ideal. See his glint, duck back down, he whiffs his shot. Just confirm that he's still ghosted. Both of them are. I don't really want to get into a sniper battle down here. Try and push up with the P90.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I noticed when I drop down here that I can actually see through the bush, so I'm using that to wait for him. Challenge and win. Bit of an advantage there where I got the first few shots off. Being through that bush is good because the P90 doesn't really have the best DPS in the world. I'm rushing across here, hoping not to get shot in the back. Trying to get to some cover, or at least near it. Looking around, seeing if I can find the other guy crossing, but I don't, so I just head deeper in. Never hurts to send out a pulse on the heartbeat. People love camping in this building. I'm always quite wary of it. I get a ping, so I know someone's here. On the far side, I already know based on that ping that he's probably not on the ground floor. He's probably on the roof, and he's probably guarding the ladder. There is a ladder over near the stairwell. Heartbeat up just in case he does decide to move. I get a bit of advanced warning if he starts pushing me. Here I'm waiting for the timer to tick down, because I know it's going to create a bit of noise when it gets to this moment.
Gas is
This
moving.
is when I choose to climb the ladder. I suspect some of that was due to him not expecting me, but I just think he was a bit of a potato. Maybe not paying a whole lot of attention at that moment.
Drop on the way.
I'm running away from that sniper and heading towards the buy, because I need armor. But then I hear this guy. He walks straight into my crosshairs, very convenient. Looking for plates, don't find any. Find some down here. Still head for the buy. Another UAV to see if it's safe to use or not.
UAV entering the AO.
The self-revive, because I'm still sniping. More armor. To fill up, because I'm in the final circle. I don't know if I'm going to kill the next guys or not. Start pushing to this guy. He's running away from me, so I'm not too worried about him. Hoping to catch him as he's running across the plains to the left, or if he's maybe scoping out down that road.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I was looking for a way to jump onto the wall there, so I could get a bit of a high ground and find a vantage point. Didn't find anything. I could have climbed that truck, but at this point I was already so committed that I might as well just head in. I'm on heartbeat. He almost made it away. Last bullet hit him in the foot. Calf. Finish him off quickly, get back into cover. I don't know why he's got a trophy system here. I guess he was gonna chill for a while. That could have been from a previous guy, maybe. Look at that waypoint, it's obviously covered by gas and pointless now.
Enemy UAV overhead.
At this point, start looking at the map. I need to work out where I'm gonna be for the end game, right? The ideal place is the high ground. So on top of any building is probably the best place to be in my scope. Gas is forcing me in, so I'm heading back towards the buildings. Trying to stay near any available cover just in case. This little crevice in the rock.
Gas is moving in. Use safe zone.
Got an update on the circle, checking it again. I was going to head down for vacant. Obviously that's not going to be very useful, so we got the petrol station. I'm also looking at the hills here, which is why I head back this way. You know, maybe there's a little bit of elevation, maybe there's a rock face I can hide behind. See a guy to the far right. I'm not playing very aggressively here. Just trying to take it easy and survive at this point. Got a decent position in this trench.
Being tracked by an enemy team. Stay sharp.
Being tracked by a bounty isn't so bad in the final circle. You see me open the map there looking for bounties that are around, because I knew there was one over near the petrol station there. So if they had taken that one, I would know that he's in the petrol station. But he didn't. There was another one which I wasn't aware of. Threat's gone to orange. Again, I'm not too worried. I got this building here. I know that he's going to be pushing towards me. It's gone to red, so I'm going up for the high ground. Just listening. Checking the heartbeat. I always expect that people in the final circle are going to have ghosts, but it never hurts to check. Moving around a lot because I'm worried about snipers. One downfall of being on the high ground is you're quite visible. Know he's over there somewhere. Catch a little glimpse of him. Worried about this guy pushing up the ladder.
UAV entering the AO.
At this point I'm quite confident that he's in the building below me.
Relocating the safe zone.
Whether he's going to push me or if he's going to wait until I jump off. So it remains to be seen. I know this guy's there, but I can't really see him because of the gas. Take a shot anyway, just in case. Even if he didn't know I was here, it's logical to assume that someone would be on this rooftop, so I'm not really too worried about giving away my position.
RTB for resupply.
Check my corners as I drop down. I want to get away from the building a little bit, maybe get behind some cover somewhere, so that when he comes out of that building, I'm in a better position. I don't really want to be in a 50-50 fight at close range, especially when I'm not super confident using the P90. Spot a guy in the distance. Stands nice and still for me. Reload and recock before this guy comes out. I was going to take a shot with the sniper there and swap back to the P90 because one of my rules is that the final kill has to be with the weapon that I'm trying to use. I may have been able to take him out with the snipe there, but I didn't want to. But I went back for it in case I could have damaged him. I'm in the trench, good position. He got a few shots on me, but that doesn't really matter. I got plenty of armor. Armor for days. I know he has to push towards me, we got lucky with the gas. I'm just trying to make sure he's not flanking me, making a play through the gas to either side. I didn't spot him there, so we got a lot of good shots on me. I throw the C4 up and try to plate. Detonate the C4 late. In the hopes to dissuade him from pushing. But I realise the gas is so close that I don't even have time to plate. He's gonna be pushing me, so I cancelled the animation. And we beam him. I did have EOD, so I wasn't too afraid of the C4 taking me out. We caught him mid-animation as he was throwing it. So if I had sat down and tried to plate, odds are he would have caught me in that animation. So. I throw and shuffle the builds. I don't think I hold them for very long. I chill here for a second in case people want to talk to me in post comms. Just sometimes endearing, sometimes toxic, always entertaining. P90 build. Lagged a little. PLF at destroying vehicles. R98 that I used. Ghost on both classes. With the pistol even though I didn't use that. There we go. 15 kills, mostly with the P90.